the B6.
Welcome to
Back,
the B6 once again.
back on the bus.
LA Triple, what's going on? We on the bus.
Nothing much, man. Go ahead and drive today, man.
I was supposed to recap from last week. We
Last
had
week.
some homework assignments. What, did you do yours? Because
Yeah, I did mine like the same day.
this is just like high school days, man.
Yeah,
I
just do
swear.
it.
Because
Get it over with. Man.
yeah, I know you did yours early, and my was doing mine in class just before the teacher said handed it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say too
So
much on that.
all right, so anyway, I did mine a little bit. I did a little bit of charity work. It actually fell in my lap. I don't even know if you want to count that. I was coming from the gym, and these two women were standing outside, and one of them, big smile, and flirtatious a little bit, saying, "Hey, you mind donating to a cause?" And I was like, "What is it?" And it's about getting kids off the street or whatever, saying no to drugs or something. So I gave them some money, but that's my charity work.
Yeah. I don't. To be honest, I don't want to talk about mine, man. Not because they might be listening. Well, that too, but we know someone through someone that's um I don't want to talk about it, bro. I did some work. I did some work. I did something, and the person over knows for me. I gave it to
Yeah,
someone. Say, yo, give it to that person.
you're right.
Don't tell them it's for me. So I ain't even gonna talk
So
about
you
it.
did an anonymous cause. I did not do an
Yeah,
anonymous cause. It was actually table laid out,
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
you
They
know,
got you. They got you. Yeah.
yeah. And I actually felt good about it a little bit after I taught one of them. One of them I could tell was a veteran.
Okay.
Women know this, the veteran women, where they have to flirt a little bit to get what they want, whether it's a good cause or it's not. Even you go to a strip club, I know you don't love me. I know you don't like me. You just know I got some money that you're trying to get. So anyway, there was two of them. One of them, big old hello. She was kind of cute, and the other one was kind of cute too, but she was kind of like shy a little bit. And I went from I don't have any money on me, which was true, to we take Cash App or Zelle. Big old smile, wave, presented herself closer to me, and it's like, okay, I got $10 for you. And she did. She brought out her chalk, her board, and said, "Well, if you do this, you're contributing in this and that." And I was like, "You're good. All right, I got 20 for you." Well, if you look on the board here, when you go down to the 30, you got 20 from me, ma'am. That's it. And then I talked to the other one, and the other one said she was like, "Yo, it was her first day." I was like, "Well, you got to be a little flirtatious with this type of assignment." And she was like, "Well, yeah, it's her first day. That is a good piece of advice." And then she's like, "Well, if she flirts a little bit, will you give her 30?" I'm like, "Nah, you got 20. I'll see you later." And then the next day, there was two other people, a guy. I was like, "Look, yeah, I got 20 from yesterday. Man. I'm good."
What
So
was
that
the
was
cause?
uh preventing kids, teenagers from using drugs. So I don't know how it even works. I didn't dive into it. I just finished a good workout and I was trying to get out of there. So, but it was just say no to drugs. One of those calls.
Yeah,
Remember when we was in school, they had dare and all this other
yeah.
stuff. So that's what it was.
A lot of people hesitation giving money to charity. You don't know who exactly is going to. It's like you know,
Right, right.
like
And
because charity you got to pay everybody. You got it's a lot of things. It's not just the cause. It's the building, it's the employees, it's the whatever they paying for. You just don't know where it's going. You just like to know that your dollar is going directly to what they say it is, but it's not always easy or
it's not.
straightforward. To,
And to dive into that a little bit, it's the same thing. I'm always hesitant when giving out money because, like you said, you don't know what it's called going. It's going to. I know in New York, when we was in New York, they have areas where people have these little signs out, or they just got their cups of trying to get something. They have them out here, and I always hesitant. And I'm at the light, like, but this light change, he's coming my way. And because it's not like I'm being mean, but I don't know if you're a scam or not, or
Yeah.
if you get this money, or you're gonna really flip it to go do something positive.
In New York was crazy because I don't know who told me, but it was like, yo, these people that be going through the train, going through each cart, asking for money, like they do that all day. I think I think it was like a news about that, like on TV, saying how like a regular person who have a house just like me and you put on their worst clothes, grab a cup, and that's their 9 to 5 to go on the train, each cart. By the time they come home making like more money than like an average person who's going to work every day.
Tax free.
Yeah. For you to do that, nah, you're not a good human. But people do it. So there's a lot of, like you said, scammers out there. So yeah, you got to be skeptical.
I'm sitting there thinking about it, different ways that I could like still help out and it'll be a safe way. Like, oh man, you know what? I'm about to go to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or whatever, get something to eat. I'll give them something. But man, I just pay for their lunch. You know, if it's a scam, you know what I mean? If I don't give him money, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give him money because he's going to use it for drugs. If I give him lunch and he's a scammer, I just pay for his lunch. So it's like, you know, you got to pick your avenue, because they'll have different ways, man. I mean, sometimes they'll go to the extent that they'll have their kids out there with them. Now, some of them actually are in need, but you never know.
Yeah. What was the second assignment?
Second assignment was talking to the kid. Let me get mine out the way because mine's is easy. I didn't really do mine too much, and I'll say why is because I don't live with my kid. You live with your kids, so it's very easy to just tackle it right away. My daughter is a lot like me. We're not talkative on the phone. We're kind of present. So I know I'm gonna get her full attention if I have her here. So I know I spoke to her a little bit about it, but my homework assignment, I want to do it when we're actually face to face.
But what was the homework assignment?
Share a little bit about your past, I guess.
Like a story, because we were talking about like the bullying and stuff like that. It was a
Share
lot. Yeah, in high school we've been through a lot of stuff, and it's like we never really spoke to our parents about it. We just kind of went through it, never shared it. So we wanted to share that with our kids. Like,
because the parents are usually oblivious to what's their day to day unless you are tackling them and they're willing to open up. And kids just have this mindset my parents won't understand. I'm gonna just deal with it myself.
Yeah. So I was excited. I was like, yeah, I got a perfect story. As soon as I got off the pod, because we did it a little late and it was almost dinner time and the kids was coming down. So they're coming down. So I'm gonna tell both of them the story. So I had the story about being in school, high school. I think it was like my last period class. I think I was a freshman, and we had a math class, and I was good, and I was always great in math. Not good, great. I was always getting hundreds in math. So this dark-skinned kid, asked me for my answers on my test. I was like, I thought about it. He was a little intimidating. He was part of those gangs that be on the bus beating up people. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, I'm not taking a chance. So I was like, so I said no. He's like, yo, he was like threatening me, like, yo, give me your answers, man. Like, yo, I'm gonna beat you up after class. I'm gonna beat you up after school or whatever. I'll beat you up after class, whatever he was saying. Still didn't give it to him. And bell rang, whatever. I'm looking around. Just went to the bus stop. I was concerned, but he didn't do. Long story short, he didn't do anything. It's like I was just telling a lot of kids they try to bully you. A lot of time they just talk. They're not even going to do anything. They just try to intimidate you, try to scare you.
But that's
So
just one guy. I mean, there's some people they serious about their word. So I mean, you just probably just dodged the bullet, man. I'm just be honest.
it could have been, but if something was to happen, I was prepared to. You got to stand up. You can't let people bully you. So
Right.
that's the point. Like I felt like I stood up to him. You know, I felt like I didn't give in to what he said. And if he did want to fight me, then I have to stand on what people say these days. Got to stand on business.
So after that, he never asked again.
Like you said, I probably got lucky because the man never came to class. He was like,
Oh,
he never came back. At least if he did come back, it was like it was nothing. But I don't even think he came back to class.
that's
So
weird. Like, why do you want the answers if you're not really gonna take school serious?
he
It's
was
one
like,
thing to cheat and say, you know what, I'm gonna cheat all the way through, but to cheat once and then quit, that's
he
dumb.
didn't cheat. He didn't get the answer. So he
I
probably
know,
figured he
but to
failed and
cheat
probably failed out of
once,
school. I don't know. Maybe I made him, drop out because I
yeah.
stood up to him. Who knows? But so I was getting ready to tell my son, and he said, "Yo, Daddy, you told me that already." Told me that
Oh my
story
god,
already."
that is
I was
hilarious.
like, damn, like I did. Damn.
So you didn't have nothing else?
I didn't have nothing else.
Oh,
Nothing prepared. Like I'm like,
he's like,
yeah,
eat your
nah.
food, boy. Let's go. You ass
Yeah,
man.
like, damn, okay. Well, at least I
That's
talked to you.
funny.
I didn't think I tell y'all anything, but
He was all
apparently I
excited
did.
to tell him something you already told him. That's funny.
Apparently I told him already. So
That's funny. So anyway, we had a busy week for some people. I spoke to you a little bit, and apparently you didn't do nothing for Valentine's Day.
no, not even.
We had Valentine's Day. We had All Star Weekend. Um, we had Super Bowl. Um, who were you going for the Super Bowl? I don't know if people really want to talk about it as old news, but who were you going for? Were you going for anybody?
No.
No.
I was going for Lamar Jackson, just
That's,
root
shit,
for
he's been
Lamar.
out. But he's been out. I'm talking about the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, that was who I wanted to go to the Super Bowl, but I don't really care for Mahomes.
Well,
I don't really
I
care.
feel like he's going to catch Brady. I know you think it's hard, but I honestly didn't really watch that much of the Super Bowl because it was two teams that I really didn't care about. But I kind of, before the Super Bowl even started, I said Mahomes going to get another ring. I watched a little bit of the first quarter. It wasn't too much going on. Really good defense. And then I cut it off for a little bit. We start watching the Monique interview. And then I switched it back towards the halftime. So the halftime show, there's a lot of flack about that. Did you see the halftime show?
I didn't. But I saw some clips.
So Usher performed. I thought he did a really good show. I thought he did a good
Saw
job.
clips, right? Like, I'm not watching that
Okay,
whole thing. I remember it was 15 minutes. Was it?
It is good. It was good, and I also heard interesting information. These performers don't get paid. Did you
Nah,
know
they
that?
should. Yeah, I did. It was a time when because the NFL generate them so much money afterward,
Right,
and I
right.
heard Usher
It's good
generated
publicity.
100 million afterwards.
I'm a big Usher fan. Wasn't too much of a fan of his album. I'm gonna try and give it another listen. The first album, or first listen to albums, a lot of albums, you don't catch it right away. But there was a one or two songs where I was like, Usher, what the fuck are you doing, man? I didn't like a
The
couple of the songs.
Confessions album was good.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about this one. He has a new one out.
Oh, I don't listen to new stuff, man.
All right, whatever. He got a new one out, and I listened to it before this performance, Super Bowl, and I wasn't that impressed with it. So I'm gonna give it another listen.
Because
I thought he did a really good job.
that's a Super Bowl effect right there.
No,
They
it
got
has
you.
nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with
Making
it.
you listen to another listen because you
No,
watch
I'm
him
listening
perform.
to it again because
There's
I
nothing wrong with
know
it. I mean, that's we get a lot of
I'm,
people
I'm listening to it again because
because he
I
performed
know
halftime Super Bowl.
No, I've
Got your
listened to
attention. Did a
no,
good job.
I've listened to it before because I know most albums that I listen to the first time around, I don't really like it. So I'm giving it
But
a
ain't R&B
chance.
dead? Like, is there any good R&B?
Usher was one of part of it, so that's why I'm gonna give him the
Yeah.
benefit of the
But
doubt.
I know the song that he has with the girl. Is it what's the girl name? Is it he has a song with her that's good, right? That's
Yeah,
on the radio.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good song, and I think that's on the album.
Yeah,
But aside from the
that's
ones that's the radio play, I'd like to run through the whole album. But it is one or two songs. I don't care how many times I listen to it. It's creative, but it sounds silly to
well,
me.
you know what though, you and we got away from that because of the age we're living in. Back in the day, especially the 90s, we talk about Usher. That was like the 90s type of music. It's great. 2000s, early 2000s was great. But since the time we're living in, where everything's on at your fingertips, the streaming and stuff like that, people don't really watch music videos anymore. But that used to help sell the album, like like the visual, because I went to see the Bob Marley music. I always listen to Bob Marley music, but now I know more about him. And after seeing the movie, I'm like, I want to listen to more of his music. So it's like now, right away after the movies, I'm putting up his name in one of those streaming apps and
Mm-hmm.
looking for his different albums and starting to listen to more of his music just because I saw the movie. So I was saying, okay, you saw the Super Bowl, that's why. I just think a visual of whatever the artist is doing, it kind of makes you
Um,
want to listen to more of their music,
it's
just like
funny
how it
you
was back in the day.
it's funny you were saying about like streaming and looking at videos yesterday, waiting for my nephews to come over so we can go play ball. I was fumbling through the TV and I was on YouTube and just playing random videos. So I mean, you can go on YouTube and listen to some of that stuff and just have a playlist playing while you do something else.
Yeah. And I know some artists try it. I was gonna suggest, man, maybe artists should drop a movie before they drop their album, and it'd be like a
Mm.
soundtrack to the movie. But the movie would have
Some
to
of
be
them
great.
have that.
And
Some
some of
well,
them done that. I remember, I think Beyonce or somebody had did that, but I never watched it.
mhm,
And if you're a fan of an artist, you're gonna watch, buy, do everything the artist does because you're a
mhm.
fan. But I'm talking about people who are not necessarily a fanatic. You
You
gotta
said
try to
you
get them.
you said you watched the Bob Marley movie. It was good.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
You literally was good because you're a fan, or you thought it was good because it was good. Because a lot of these remakes, I don't. They fabricated
It
it and they
wasn't a
just left.
remake though.
No, I mean like
Life
documentaries,
stories.
like life
Okay.
stories. I don't really.
Yeah. Well,
They just they fabricate on the truth, and like
yeah. You don't know what's the truth, but it was a lot of things in there was already documented. It was already
right.
like how
It's like
Jamaica
they
is.
make it like dramatic and or like they'll say something like you're like, I don't think he said it like that. You know what I mean? They just made it for a dramatic effect for the
He's one of
audience.
those artists that I wish I was alive to see.
Yeah.
Damn, like he went down as like the greatest Jamaican artist. I'm from Jamaica, so the greatest Jamaican artist ever. He
Hmm.
had like the album of the century type of thing in Exodus. He the way he was just like a carefree guy, smoke his weed and just didn't really care about money.
Hmm.
He just wanted to entertain or just be an artist. Um, like it's not too many people who's like him, and he was just great at what he did. He sang about a lot of issues that we had in the country,
Hmm.
and it was just like, man, he was an artist I wish I was alive to see. He died in 1981. I was born in 1982. Never got to see him. I never really asked my parents or anybody, my older sisters, like how he was. Just I like to have conversation with older people, man. I would like to
They
hear
they thoughts
someone
on
talk about Bob Marley when Bob Marley was alive and what stuff that was happening. Like, their take.
Mhm.
Like it'll be
Who'd you go
interesting.
see the movie with? You just went with you and your wife?
Yeah, I guess that was our Valentine's because Valentine's we didn't really. It was during the week. It was on a Wednesday, right?
Do y'all? Because that's what I was one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. Is that a conversation that y'all had ahead of time, or you already knew from prior years that y'all wasn't going to do anything? Because that's like a national holiday. So
It's a make believe holiday for
it
one.
is a make believe holiday. It's
I told you know what I told my daughter like every day is Valentine's Day when I'm with your
yeah,
mother.
right.
Yeah, like we always go out. Every time we're together, we try to go out. We try to hang out because the way our structure, family structure is, we don't really see each other during the week. So we see each other Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then back to not really seeing each other because we work different hours and stuff like that. So we don't really see each other during the week. So Valentine's Day was Wednesday. We wasn't going to see each other. We just wasn't going to see each other. So it was nothing to plan if we unless we take off, and who take off in the middle of the week to go
Mhm.
to a restaurant. So if Valentine's Day fell on Friday or Saturday, yeah, we would have been part of the crowd. But if not, we're gonna go out like we normally try to go out on a Saturday.
And so that's we all went yesterday to see the movie.
Went to see the movie. It was like a dine-in, so we ate, watched the movie, and then we came home and we binge watched some show on Netflix, and that was our Saturday. Nothing too
Nice.
exciting, but that's usually our Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not big on the national holidays either. Like you said, I like that comment or the the way you look at every day as a holiday. You don't have to tell me when I'm supposed to celebrate. We and my lady went out yesterday, and the waitress said, "Are we celebrating today?" It's like, I guess Valentine's Day. 'Cause we didn't do nothing on Valentine's Day. And she kind of told us her day. She said, "Oh, it was crazy in here. We had to open up some tables outside." And honestly, I don't want to deal with that crowd. So if we were off, we wouldn't want to do that. But we actually did celebrate uh, on that day because Valentine's Day falls on her mother's birthday. So we all went out to a restaurant as a group and celebrate. The wait wasn't that bad. I mean, we kind of went early, so it was cool.
Wasn't a crowd.
It was a crowd, but I got there early enough where I put my name down and I waited at the bar, waited for them, and then by the time they got here, we sat right away.
Yeah.
But it was cool. But again, I'm not a big fan on the national holidays. Like you gotta Valentine's Day, I gotta do something for you. Even special holidays. I mean, it should be any day. If you feel like I want to get this for this person, you should get it. I shouldn't have like Christmas. I know that's a touchy subject, and all these special holidays. It's like I'm not feeling it. For one, it's drawing too many crowds. I want it to be more of an intimate, romantic scenery, not a bunch of people outdoing each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah. I don't like to follow the crowd either, but I mean, certain for me, like I said, it's the day it fell on. But I'll respect the holiday, Valentine's.
You do?
I respect it. I ain't gonna be defiant. I ain't gonna like just because everybody doing it, I'm not gonna do it. But I just not really like all the way into it. Like you know, go all the way
It's
out because it's Valentine's Day. All right, okay, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Maybe here's a
it's
rose. If we're off, we'll do something together. But if we're not, yeah, we can do it another day. It's not a big deal.
So it was a couple things every now and again happened to me. I was going to share with you. I just brush it off. So I'm sitting there waiting for uh, my girl's family to show up at the restaurant. I'm sitting at the bar having a drink, and I'm like observing my surroundings, seeing other people. I'm like at first the only person at the bar because it's Valentine's Day. Nobody's sitting at the bar. Everybody's sitting with their significant other or their family at the table, and I get a random text, "Hello," and this is not the first time, but I got it that day. Had a little drink in my hand, sipping and feeling okay, and I was part of me saying, "Should I respond?" I was like, "Nah, fuck that shit. I hate these texts. Sometimes I get them through WhatsApp. Sometimes I get it through my direct messenger." And it just said hello. So I'm like, I wave over the manager. The manager seemed like she's around my age, and I said, "What do you think of this?" And she's like, "Oh, I get those sometimes." So sometimes it could be somebody, and she said sometimes she'll respond, sometimes she don't, but she doesn't like let it bother her. That sometimes is a scam, or sometimes that is somebody trying to talk to you. But I'm not gonna respond to a text that just says hello. Like
Somebody try to talk to you, bro. Who does that?
it's not a saved number. It's a
Yeah, I
random number.
know. Like
Have you
you,
ever got one of those?
yeah.
A
I always assume it's a scam.
Do you ever respond?
Never respond.
You just delete
Block
it
it.
or you just block it?
Yeah, right away.
I mean, in the business that I man and that she's in, she said sometimes she'll respond, sometimes she won't. But I clearly believe that that was a scam. And then if it is not a scam, people need to step the game up. Who the hell says hello or what are you doing and think they're gonna get a reaction out of you?
Oh, I probably stopped saying referring to Seinfeld, but God, I love the show so much, man. When episode where uh Jerry was dating someone and they called his phone and she said it's me,
Oh, yeah,
it's me,
yeah. Oh,
like
yeah,
it's me, like who, like George, like
yeah,
like no, it's
yeah,
me, it's Carol, whatever, like
yeah,
it, it's too early for it's me, like.
yeah.
But with the text, like hello, like nobody who's gonna, if I text someone I know don't have my number, I'm saying what I gotta say, and I say it's Locksley,
Hmm.
you know, in there. Like, bro, if you just say hello, like you playing game. Even if I know you deserve the block for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll block the number.
Yeah. It was I don't know who it was, but like I said,
Never responded.
I didn't respond. I
Yeah,
just
good for
left
you.
it as it is. But you need to step your scam games up, is all I'm saying.
Oh man, they got better games out there, man. Like they got a good game out there now.
Now the
Uh,
20-year-old me would have been would have entertained it, but
mm,
not now. It's
no,
like
it's called catfishing, bro. It could be anybody behind that.
yeah,
Hello.
it might not even be a female. Might be a guy just scamming,
Yeah, yeah.
trying to get money or whatever.
Pretended to be. Man, it was these two characters that be on social media, especially Instagram or TikTok. Was a father and a son, comedians. Um, the sad part about it is I learned the father died fairly recently, but they was always together. And the father was like in his late 30s when he died. But and the son, they just did the whole lip syncing stuff where they just pretend to be whatever, on social media, on TikTok, where they just kind of remake something. So
Hmm.
one of the videos was a credit card company calling, try to scam his son. He was pretending to be the scammer, calling his son, at or the other way around. But what he said was you know asking him questions. So the son caught on to it. Was like, he was like, "What's your number?" Or "What's your social security number?" Something like that. He said 911, and the scam was like, "Oh, you funny, huh?" And he started reading off his name, his address. He's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, one more thing, and I'm gonna get you," or whatever. He was just like, he just went off on. He knew almost everything about him. So he
Mhm.
was like, "You want to play games?" So I'm coming for you, coming to see you. But yeah, these
Wow.
scammers, they got me one time.
For
They got me
money?
one time. Yeah, bro. Like took everything out my checking account. They got me good. It was and how they this is how they got me. I was doing crypto stuff, right? The the Bitcoin stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sending money to what was it called? Coinbase, I think it was called. And I was sending like every week. I was always sending like 150 or whatever to buy these coins or whatever. And I sent the money, and then I got a response saying, "Did you send this money or whatever?" Like from my bank. So I was like, "Yes."
Damn.
And then, but it turned out it wasn't my bank or some shit like that. But I know I sent the money, but it was saying, "Did you send it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I sent it." And then it just gave them full access. Now, next day I saw all of these charges, and they just took out everything out my checking. And it took me a
Damn.
while. It took me a while to get it back too, because I
Oh,
had
you got it back though?
eventually, yeah.
Damn.
And then the bank wasn't trying to give it back right away, but eventually it was like a whole investigation because they got to make sure it was really what it was. I was calling Coinbase, and Coinbase like, I don't have nothing to do with it. But it's like my bank was like, bro, like, why you said yes, type
Damn.
of thing. But I said yes because I did do it. I did authorize that action. But it's like they got me because it was, I don't know how they was able to watch everything I did, but it's like, yeah, I sent money to Coinbase, but they sent it like right after I sent it, and it was like, yeah, that's why they got rejected. But they end up once I said yes to Bank of America, because it was Bank of America actually, but that sent me the text. But they
Mm-hmm.
were saying, yeah, they see some kind of fraud. Like, did you do that? I was like, yeah, I sent
Oh,
Coinbase my
so there's
money. Yep.
asking you, are you okay with this fraud? Not
Yeah,
knowing there's a fraud. And once you said yes, it
yeah.
gave the fraud access to taking whatever they want.
They gave Bank of America. Bank of America gave them access.
Right, right, right.
Right, right. Because I said yes to Bank of America because Bank of America asked me, "Yo, did you send Coinbase this money?" I was like, "Yeah, I sent it. I always send." Yeah, but they watching me every
Yeah.
week sending them money. So they right after I sent it, they sent one right after. So now Bank of America asking me, "Yeah, I sent it." Nah, you didn't send all of that. That they whatever they was doing. Yeah, they got me. So I'm like, damn, I don't usually get caught like that, man. I'm like, I got the IT background. Like, I'm used to the whole phishing stuff, like, looking for ways to catch people. Yeah, they got me. They got me good. So I thought, scammers was getting better. So, yo,
Wow.
I got this thing I want to read to you. Yeah, I know you didn't hear about it. You're on social media. I'm trying not to be honest with you. I'll be trying to put down my phone, but it's hard, and I'm working at it. So I'm working at. But I know you didn't see this little clip LeBron said, right? And if you did see it, let me know. But read it real quick. He said the cars, the jewelry, and all the other dumb shit don't matter. It means absolutely nothing. He was responding to like a message to the young athletes, like all of the cars, the jewelry, all of the dumb shit that don't matter. Like it means absolutely nothing. And I was reading the comment. Somebody made a comment like, "Yeah, you could say that
You
your
got it.
sons, yeah, you got it. Like you got all that. Your sons got all of that. Like they're not gonna care about cars and when they got it. Like when they don't have it, it's like it's easy to be distracted. Like yeah. Like I don't. I mean, I'm nice and ball, and somebody's offering me this, or some whole bunch of girls coming around, or like somebody. So, what's your take on that comment that someone made? Like, I know LeBron, like LeBron is my guy, but I'm gonna let you go before I start defending him because I'm gonna go defend LeBron. But go ahead.
So I feel him, but it's social media is a good avenue to build your base, to build your platform, or whatever. Problem with social media is that you'll have every avenue listening to your comment. You'll have somebody that has nothing and you have somebody that has something, you have somebody that has a little bit, you have somebody that has a lot. The problem with that comment is that the person that has nothing is not going to understand your comment. They'll try to understand it because they respect you. A lot of people respect LeBron. I respect where he's come from, the way he built up his family, his empire, the way he took the game, and all of that stuff. But the person that doesn't have anything is not going to understand his comments. He's speaking from experience. He's had stuff where I'm sure he blew a little bit here, blew a little bit there, and like, oh, I don't like how what position that put me in. I'm not going to do that mistake anymore. But the person that never had anything,
Sounds
so
stupid to me. Like
it
when I hear it, it just sounds stupid to me. Yeah, like when I hear somebody make a comment like, bro, I'm trying to give you the game.
yes, but again, so 90% of the athletes that come into the league now have nothing. The other 10% have it because their fathers were in the business. Just like when Bronny's time to come in, he already had it. He came into the league or came into playing basketball with money because the father had it. So the way he moves going into the business is going to be different because he already had money. So unless he's just a compulsive spender and he's going to blow it, he's going to move a little bit more smart.
This is my take on that, right? And not everybody is great, and not everybody could be great. But if you want to be great, guess what? You got to put in the work to be great, right? So Doc Rivers, I like to listen to great people talk. I feel like Doc Rivers was a great coach. People might feel differently, but he made a comment on a podcast. He's like, man, you ever watch Ray Allen practice? He takes the most shots in practice. No wonder he's like one of the greatest 3-point shooter because he's always, out of everybody on the team, he practiced the most in taking shots. That's why he's the greatest shooter. He said one day he was playing golf, Tiger Woods and a couple other people, and it started raining. And Tiger Woods was out there by himself practicing shots in the rain. It's like, man, no wonder Tiger Woods is like the greatest. Like I heard he had a tournament coming up and it might rain, so he wanted to practice in the rain or whatever. It's like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, like they're not really great by accident. Like they usually outwork everybody. So coming from the GOAT, like bro, if he's telling you gotta work, you gotta work. It's like, and I heard the same thing from Michael Jordan. It's like, all the endorsements, all of that is gonna come. If you win games, it's gonna come. If you are the best at what you do, people are gonna come look for you. You don't gotta go look for it. But basketball gotta be the main thing. And if you focus on basketball, work your hardest, become the best, everything will come. That's all he's saying.
The world is full of distractions, man.
It is.
So like I said, when I was saying my take on it is that when you come into the league and you have absolutely nothing, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm gonna sign you. Now you're a millionaire. I never had $1 million, and unless you're saying you stay on track and not getting distracted, you're gonna get distracted because now you had something that you never had, and that's what a lot of people fall into. Just like when you see Ja Morant and all these other players flashy with the chains and all that stuff, but they never had it.
A lot of people fall victim to it. Yeah, and that was the thing with the lotto. When people win a lot of them, they lose it.
Right.
But the difference I think this is like the man who's been there is telling you, and the man who started from nothing, who got everything, is telling you. So it's like the blueprint, 1, 2, and 3. It's there. Follow it. If it's just up to you not to follow it.
Yeah. Even with this, with that whole the tournament thing, with the in-game tournament, They got 500,000 each.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those players, that's like the ride the bench. They don't have big contracts. They got like what $1 million for the year, and then you got to remember they got agents, they got taxes and all that stuff. They don't see that million. They got families they got to support. So that 500,000 is just gonna come out of nowhere. Remember,
They played a little harder though. Like, it was fun. I liked it.
it was good. It brought good entertainment. But I remember LeBron was saying after he won, he was like, a couple of the players was asking him when are they gonna get that money because they don't get those type of paychecks.
Yeah.
LeBron, that's just a bonus. But he already got that.
Still 500,000. Like LeBron, the way he is about money, like it's 500,000. Like it's not no little money for even a person with a lot of money. It's still
right.
a good amount of money. 500,000 is a good amount of money. I know he was LeBron. He's the way he is. I don't know him personally, but man, he's about his money. So he's about his dollar. Let's say that. Yo, let's touch on this last thing because I gotta get off the pod a little early. But we should have went on right after the Super Bowl because it was halftime. Somebody was hugging on somebody's wife. Who was hugging somebody's wife, man?
Look, man, I don't like social media and they take on every little thing. That's a part of that shit. Don't matter, man. It's entertainment, man.
Yeah,
it's entertainment. Usher didn't mean anything by it. If it was, you know why you said and the way you feel that way, because if your wife was in entertainment, you're her manager or whatever. Years ago, that's entertainment. But now you got 5 other people, looking at you. Now you're getting a little attitude because it went from just good entertainment because all he did was hug her. It's a song. They're both singers. So I'm supposed to sing on this side of the audience. I mean, it's the side of the stage. You're supposed to sing on that other side of the stage. And I'm talking about you're my boo. Because and we're both married and we gotta be respectful to. All he did was give her a hug. He gave her a hug. He didn't hug her down. No, he
did you see the
social
hug?
media? Okay. Social media guys. Now I'm gonna tell you.
I'm with you though.
Before this one, he did something. Was it with I don't know if it was him, Keke Palmer. Remember Keke Palmer took her ring off. And they took it way out of proportion. It was a joke. It was a bad joke, but it was a joke. I don't think she was going to leave her husband for.
Did she leave her husband?
No, I don't know. I don't even like Keke Palmer.
They're not together anymore.
Probably because social media.
It probably was when Usher took off her ring. Okay, so if I agree with you, right? It's all entertainment. If she was acting in a movie or video, it's entertainment. It's part of entertainment. But until it happened to you, your girl is on stage singing, and Usher is grabbing her from behind like that. Is that sitting well with you? We're not talking about everybody. We're not talking about social media. We're talking about the husband and the wife. Your wife. Some man grabbing on her, singing, and he grabbing on her. Are you? It's just entertainment.
That's
a straightforward question. That's what happened.
If Usher's grabbing on my wife and she's an entertainer, it just depends on how.
Answer the question, my guy.
No, for the way what he did, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good too. I mean, part of me wouldn't like it for sure. Wouldn't like it, but honestly,
it's not like she was inviting and she was going another step further to what he was doing. It was entertainment.
He took it there, like Usher is just being like, bro, like,
it was a fucking hug, man. And like,
bro,
let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down the song. Let's break down the song, right? And that song and the song. And the entertainment that comes with it, or the song or the dance that goes with the song, or whatever. how are you gonna perform that song and make it great other than what he did?
He didn't need to do
If
that
you're
to make the
my
song
if you
better.
if I'm with
That
my
was
girl,
unnecessary, man.
if this is a song and I'm trying to tell you, express myself on how this song means to me, to you, how am I gonna express it?
That could have been a Me Too movement and everything, bro. Like she didn't invite that. She didn't
She
like.
didn't invite it.
She didn't go behind him. He went behind her. And one time, I think she kind of like pushed them
Yeah,
away and like
but
in a way and backed up. And this man maybe it was all part of the routine, but I think Usher. I think Usher is really flamboyant. Like I don't
first of
think
all, right after that, he got married. So
whatever. What does
he
that
didn't
mean?
need it
Married people
means
don't
it
cheat.
was an entertainment. It was entertainment. It
What are
means
we
it was a
saying? Oh, it's because he's
Usher.
married, he can't be gay. When he's married, he can't cheat. Like, what we say? Like, what does the marriage mean nowadays?
Usher, you got my vote, bro. I thought the hug was innocent. I have nothing against anything with that show. I think you did a
Innocent.
great job. I think you
Let,
did a
let,
great job.
let's say this. Swiss Beats, the husband of Alicia Keys, publicly he didn't express any.
I'm glad.
Yeah, he was okay with everything. He said, y'all need to worry about something else. Like this,
Right.
we're good over here.
Hmm.
Yeah. I feel him. And I agree to a certain degree with you, you know, but I just think Usher, she didn't invite that. So I just thought he was wrong in that sense. Like she didn't ask for that. I don't think that was part of the show. I don't think she requested that. So for you to do it, like she have kids and stuff in the audience watching, husbands watching, and you grabbing on the man's wife, it's just not a good look. Even if it is just entertainment, it's not a good look for her. You think her
It's a
son
damn
gonna
shame
understand
now.
that?
We gotta get we're in a world where two married people, they made a song together before they were married, have to now entertain it by them individually going to their partners and hugging on them, not each other. I mean, it's not like they was kissing and tonguing down or wrapping their legs around each other. It was a hug. Yes, it was a hug from behind, but I don't think he was grinding on her behind. He just gave her a little teddy bear type hug. You know,
I
I love
didn't
the
like it.
idea. I
I didn't
love the
like it.
idea.
I didn't like it. I didn't like.
Uh,
But again, I feel like I don't think Swiss Beats is threatened by Usher. I don't think he
you
feels threatened.
know, a couple of years ago, Beyonce invited Beyonce and well, I think it was Destiny's Child
Yeah, Kelly
invited.
Rowland and the other
Yes,
one, Michelle.
and they was all grinding on um
Yeah,
Howard. I forgot his name, whatever.
yeah,
And
Magic Johnson and
shit and the faces that they all were making, especially Howard. I forgot
yeah,
his name, whatever,
yeah,
from
I know what you're talking
Empire.
about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, his face was shit. Now you talking about Usher? That one was
Um,
way worse. Like if they wanted to
okay.
really like build something up, they could have built that one up because she did way worse.
So what's your point?
The point is entertainment, and
Like, so we saying
people are
would Jay should have felt away, or like was Jay even with
wait
her at the
for
time, or
no,
was
they were
they?
together, but I
It
don't
was
think they were married.
definitely
They
wasn't married.
it
Definitely
wasn't
didn't
married,
have
no
kids
kids.
in the stands watching. Like
So
okay, can you see Beyonce doing that now? Answer that question.
no,
Why
but
not?
you
So
know
how come it's
why?
why
You
you
know
brought
why?
that up as an example, and
Because
you
of
can't see her doing it now?
social media beating this out of proportion.
There we
It
go. So
beat that
why
way
you do it? Why did you do it? Why did you put her in
because I
that
have
situation?
because it was way worse than this one. If we supposed to be talking about something, we supposed to be talking about Beyonce. We're not supposed to be talking about Usher. Usher didn't do nothing. Now, oh wait,
Oh
he did do something with Nikki. They was like
Nikki.
because they was like bringing a chain of things that he was doing. It was one time he was entertaining on stage with Nikki and
Nikki
Usher.
who?
Minaj.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj was performing innocently, and Usher beat his head on her butt.
Beat his head on her what? Butt?
On her butt.
Okay,
Like,
I haven't seen that video.
look it up. Look it up. It's way worse than what we're talking about with the with Alicia Keys. Way worse.
And who was Nicki with?
But I don't know. I'm pretty sure she was with like Meat Mills or somebody. I don't know. This was a couple years ago. But anyway, all he did was, I think he was on a guitar or something, and he leaned down and just started banging his head on her butt to the beat.
That sounded like it was rehearsed. I haven't seen it, but it sounded like something that you
Nah.
wouldn't just do a spur of the moment.
Watch the video. It was not. It was. Usher does things to the feel of the music and what's going on. He doesn't do it. I don't think that was rehearsed. I don't think that hug was
Yeah.
rehearsed.
Yeah, probably not. Like I seen clips of his shows, and he's always like singing to somebody, girl.
Mhm.
And like you said, he's engaged, or
He's engaged in the moment.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, he's
Oh, he's
married
engaged
now.
now. Yeah, right.
He's married now, but I'm pretty sure he was engaged during those times, and he still was doing it. So it's entertainment, like you said. But a part of me, like, I don't feel like a lot of those guys are threatened by Usher. Like, he doesn't give that
Right.
Mr. Steal Your Girl type.
Mm-hmm.
The way he dressed and stuff like that, it don't seem like he's a threat. So I think they're okay. Even if it's entertainment, like, bro, I don't know what movie it was, but it was funny as hell because it was a woman, it was a couple, and they went to like the woman was a actress, and the husband and wife, they went to the movie premiere,
Mm-hmm.
and during the movie, the wife had a sex scene. It's a movie, but she had a sex scene, and he got up and left. Like, bro, I can't take this. I'm out. Get off of me. It was bad. Like, the look. It's a movie. It's not real sex.
So the
But
husband left.
husband left because the wife was having a sex scene in the movie that she was in,
Mm-hmm.
and it was too much for him.
Well, why would he? He knew ahead of time it was going to be a sex scene. Why would he even go?
It's a movie, for one. Two,
He thought he could handle it at the time, probably.
yeah, and if sex scenes is different, like, it's sex scenes where you make love and it's just, the sheets is on, and you barely see anything, and then there's sex scenes where it's like you haven't like a porno, and
Mhm.
that one was like a porno, and it was just too much, like grabbing, and sex scenes, they grab and everything. You don't have to grab, but they you can, and it was too much for him, so he walked out. So, but it was entertainment.
What movie was this?
I'm never good with naming movies,
Oh.
but it was entertainment. Our whole point is just, I think nobody's threatened by us, but that's what I think. But even if it's entertainment, it don't mean that you can't feel a way.
Mhm.
Somebody's grabbing on your wife.
So for that one, Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys are comfortable with their relationships.
Yeah.
Luckily, and
Good man.
It's. I think you're going to be comfortable because you know what type of partner you have.
Yeah.
So if my girl was in entertainment, I think I'd be comfortable.
Yeah,
if
like,
it had to be.
I just didn't think she invited that. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't her fault. Just wasn't her fault. Like, I'm watching it like, why he had to do that? Like, she didn't invite that, and it didn't. She didn't. To me, I'm just reading it, but she didn't seem all the way comfortable with that. Like, she didn't ask for it. Like, it don't seem like
because
bro,
at the same
like,
time they know they had to go home and they make sure that their husband was good. Hey man, look,
bro,
I didn't know who was gonna do that.
She brought her whole family there. Like, her kids, her sons was in the audience watching the Super Bowl. Her husband and this guy grabbing on her. Like, she didn't ask for that. I just thought that was wrong on that level.
He just hugged her, man. But I get it. I get it. I hear what you said. We're not gonna go back and forth.
You shouldn't have did it.
Usher, you're all right with me. Keep making good music. Stop hugging on people's wives.
Bro, it's not gonna
Look
happen
for
to
some
you.
single women.
Somebody, you gonna hug on the wrong one. Like Swiss Beats, he good, but not everybody is gonna be good. Not everybody gonna be good. Somebody gonna be looking for Usher. Usher Raymond.
Let's get off this bus, man. We got a good show. Hopefully,
I did all right.
we can do something next week.
Yeah, we did all right, man. We'll get off the bus, man.